Hey guys, how is it all going? So, thank you for joining me for my Samaritan movie review starring Sylvester Stallone. And the plot of Samaritan is many years ago in a place called Granite City, which is an absolute shithole of a place. Worse than Gotham City, if that could be possible. There were two twin brothers who were superpowered. One was good, one was bad. The hero was called Samaritan, the bad guy was called Nemesis, and he had one final epic battle where both were presumed dead. Fast forward many years later, Granite City is still a shithole, but it's getting worse. Crime is on the up, and there's a young boy that thinks that a garbage man that lives in the next building opposite him could potentially be the Samaritan. Is he? Now, before I get into my thoughts of the Samaritan movie, I have to say this. I am a huge fan of Sylvester Stallone. He literally is an on-screen hero icon for me. I grew up watching all of his movies. Like, I love all the Rocky movies, the Rambo movies, Demolition Man. I even do have a soft spot for Judge Dredd. Right? I do. Okay, for better or for worse. I actually do. I remember going to the cinema to watch that when it first came out. Like, he is up there for me with like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like Jackie Chan when I was growing up. Like, I watched like all them movies, so they were like my heroes growing up. But I've always thought that even in his later years, Stallone is one hell of an actor. Like, I don't think he gets the plaudits he deserves sometimes. I mean, you just have to watch Copland. He is phenomenal in that movie. But in nearly everything that he does, and especially like later in his career, I just think the guy's just gotten better and better and better. And I really do like his acting. Like I say, I don't think it gets the plaudits it deserves. So when it comes to Samaritans, I have to say, overall, I really did enjoy this movie, and that is purely because of Sylvester Stallone's performance. He is phenomenal in this movie. I think he is the reason to watch this movie alone for me. I just thought he was brilliant. And the guy is nearly hitting 80 years old. And some of the stuff that he's doing in this movie, like, I can't even do now. Right? And the guy is doing it in his, like, mid-70s. Like, the third act of this movie, like, really did save the movie for me overall. I loved the first act of this movie. And you're just seeing Stallone kick ass, and it's just a joy to behold. And the action scenes are actually quite good in this movie as well. They really are. So the reason to watch this movie is for Stallone's performance and what he brings to this role. He is absolutely outstanding, and you can tell that he had a good time in this movie and that he really did bring his A game to this, as he does in virtually everything that he puts on screen for us. I think where the movie kind of lets itself down a little bit, bearing in mind, overall, I really did enjoy the movie overall. The special effects in some of these scenes, man, are really bad. Like, really bad. Especially the de-age Stallone in one moment of this scene, and I am telling you, it's the worst de-age in CGI I have ever seen. It is bad. I mean, that bad. I think they would have been better if they would have just had like Stallone's normal face there, but just put a little bit of makeup on him or whatever. That would have looked a lot better than what we actually got on screen. And I'm not exaggerating when I'm telling you this, that it looked like it was a cutscene from a PlayStation 3 game. I mean, that's how bad this was. But that could all come down to like budget restraints. So I don't want to I don't really want to shit on it that much. But when I say the effects aren't great, they're really not great in this. And also, the performance of the main villain of this movie that ends up taking up the Nemesis mantle in the movie. I just think near the end, especially in the kind of second to third act of this movie, he goes like a little bit over the top for me. Whereas I thought his performance to start with was actually quite decent. And I thought he was doing really well, to be honest with you. And then as soon as he gets like the Nemesis mask and the Nemesis hammer and becomes like the Nemesis, the villain, he just goes a little bit, hams it up a little bit. And I can kind of understand why. But I just feel like if his performance was just dialed back a little bit more, it just would have been a lot better because Stallone doesn't go over the top or anything. His performance just stays on a level keel all the way through, and it really works. And so when he starts becoming like over the top and just a bit too grand, it kind of unevens it for me anyway. For my personal preference, it just unevened it a little bit. And I thought the kid overall in the movie was actually all right. To be fair, kid actors can be really hit or miss in these types of movies. But I thought the kid did. Overall, I thought the kid was all right. He didn't annoy me. So that's a win. So good job on that one, because I can very easily be annoyed by child actors in these movies. They can just like frustrate me a little bit. But overall, guys, I do think Samaritan is highly worth your time, just for Sylvester Stallone alone. If you are a massive fan of Sylvester Stallone, get this movie watched. You won't regret it. And I kind of hope we can go back to this world a little bit, because I wouldn't mind actually seeing a follow-up to this, bearing in mind that Stallone can still do it by then, which I'm pretty sure he will do, because, like I say, the guy's nearly hitting 80 years old, and he looks phenomenal. He looks absolutely fantastic, and he doesn't miss a beat in this movie. And man, he's a legend, and long may it continue. Like, I can continue to watch Stallone for like forever, for as long as he can go. I will always be there for his movies. I love him. He's a huge fan. He's a legend. And yeah, if we can dive back into this world again and get another Samaritan movie, I am all up for it. So overall, guys, like with me, negatives are quite minor, but the main positive to take away from this review is Stallone himself. He's a legend. He's phenomenal. We all know this. So I would give Samaritan overall, guys, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's worth your time. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this review. Leave a comment below. What did you think of the movie? Are you a fan of Sylvester Stallone? Here's one for you. What are your favourite Sylvester Stallone movies? If I really had to pick one, and I've put myself on the spot doing this now, I've got a couple. It'll either be Demolition Man or Cliffhanger. I really like that for me. But I think out of his like latest ones, I love Rambo Last Blood. Like, I really do love that movie. The way he just rips the fucking collarbone out the guy and everything. Oh, I can watch that film. That is a guilty pleasure movie for me. I can watch that film every day. Easily every day. But guys, let me know below what's your favourite. And, as always, please take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you again real soon. Take care, guys. Goodbye now.